do, I know for the first book, Twilight, I did it with a whole bunch of other, I did like how I was filling up, talking about it with, with other vampire books, because I was reading different types of vampire books. But for the rest of the series, I'm going to be doing I'm going to be reading it and giving you my opinions on how I'm feeling about it. So, yeah, it will be spoilery. So, if you've never read it, then, of course, don't watch the video if you don't want to be spoiled. But, yeah, I haven't started yet, but I just wanted to start the video and just let you guys know that when I do start it, there will be spoilers. I'm not sure if I'm going to be reading it tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. I haven't decided yet, but when I do, I will let you know. Today is Tuesday, the 16th, I believe, of June. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, I'll let you guys know, of course, what day I officially start this and where I'm at, because I'll probably read a little bit before I discuss anything. But I think, just in case you didn't watch the first video, I gave it a 3.5, but I only gave it a 3 on Goodreads. So yeah, and the reason why I gave it a better, like a 3.5 for my personal one, is mostly because of the side characters. Don't really care for Bella, and I don't really care for Edward, but yeah. But Beautiful Bookish Stephenie is doing a Twilight thing, so like this month she already read and did a discussion on the first book, and then she's going to read the I don't know if she started it yet or if she finished it yet, I don't know, this one. And then next month we're going to read Eclipse, and first half of the month we're going to read Eclipse. I think that's what the third one's called. And then I always forget what the fourth one's called. Breaking Dawn, that's it. The second half of July we're going to be reading that one. And then in August we'll be reading Midnight Sun. So I'll be doing a book diary with each one. So yeah. But, so these videos might be a little bit longer than what I usually do. Sorry about my hair. It's all fly away today. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you an update. And yeah, when I get started, this video won't be as boring. I'll talk to you guys all in the tomorrow or in the next few days, whenever I decide to start reading it. Bye. Hi, everybody. So I decided to start reading New Moon today. It's Wednesday. It's not quite noon yet. Yeah, so I read some of New Moon. I'm on page 94. So I just got to, well, we'll start at the beginning. So it starts out basically, it starts in the or was it called the prologue? Is that the beginning? I always forget what those things are called. Preface, how do you say it? Talk about how that they're probably not going to survive or something. I don't know exactly, her and Alice. And then it goes to the story, like what's going to lead up to that part. And it starts with Bella's 18th birthday. I forgot a lot of this stuff. So she doesn't want to celebrate her birthday. And of course they have a birthday anyways. They celebrate anyways. And she got hurt. And I think it's Jasper, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that can't control his urges yet. So he could attack you if he senses humans' blood. I think it's Jasper. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, and she got cut, like I was saying. And then Jacob starts acting all weird and everything again, and basically what happened is they left. The whole family just left. And Bella went into real bad depression, and And like, it went from, I guess it must have been September. Then the next page is just October. The next page is November. The next page is December. The next page is January. And then it says, Chapter 4, Wake Up. And that's where I'm at. So yeah, he just leaves. She got, in the woods. And of course, some of Charlie's friends had to find her, and yeah. And then she just basically went into depression, and yeah. So, but I forgot that she hurt herself, and that's what started him going all, ooh, he again. That's what I don't like about Edward. He's always like, oh, and he was like, we'll never bother you again, and I promise you this time we'll never bother you again. And then, of course, because the series ain't over, that that something's going to happen and bring them back. So he's always like telling her, oh, this and that, and this and that, and then he never follows through. Like, if he's not going to come back, then he shouldn't come back. I know it's a story, and of course he's going to have to come back, but still, I don't like that. He always gives her mixed signals and stuff, and tells her one thing and then something totally different happens. It just drives me bonkers. But I know it's part of the story. You have to have conflict, but yeah, the same old with him, like changing his mind all the time just drives me insane. And here I am saying I want to be more critical and like really like look at the book and like annotate, like if I see anything like drives me nuts, because there was a couple things that drove me nuts, but I didn't annotate it. Like, she's talking about, I forget which one is it. One of the guys, one of her friends, like how she used to always complain about talk about his looks or something like that. And now she was like, he ain't as chubby and stuff like he used to be and stuff. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And there was a couple other little things. I forgot completely that there's a part where she's thinking that she's seeing her grandma, but it's really herself. She's looking at her reflection in the mirror, really, when she's older. Like she's seeing herself when she's older, like her grandma's age. So I forgot completely about that. But I did do a couple of, as you can see, I do have one yellow in there. And I have some blues in there. And I think I have some blues in there. Like, there's a part, the yellow is because they mentioned suicide. Because Edwards was talking about like how when she was taken in the first book and almost killed, that he was thinking about how he could not be, alive without her, because, he didn't want to live without her. And he was talking about when Carlisle, is that how you say his name? I always forget. But the one that's supposed to be his dad, well, in all certain sense, he is his dad. He is his he is the one that sired him, or however you say it, turned him into the vampire. So, but anyways, yeah, he was talking about like when he was younger and how before he was, Carlisle was first turned into a vampire, and he was so lonely that he didn't want to live, and he tried to find different ways to kill himself and things. And then there's a blue one because they were talking about the Valtra, however you say that, Valtry? I forget how you pronounce it, which is a family. He's talking about how he could go there. He was thinking about going there and making them kill him. And then, what other one did I? Then I got a couple other ones. I never knew what Edward's mom's name was, and I put a blue there because I wanted to remember her name. So her name was Elizabeth Masson, something like that. And I never knew what color Edward's eyes were before he became a vampire, and they were green, like his mother's. So that's all I've tabbed. I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I don't know how much tabbing I'm gonna do because I'm already on page 94, so I'm doing really well. So I don't want to annotate unless I really feel like it right now. maybe later down the road I'll reread it again and be more critical, but right now, excuse me, right now I just want to like only annotate if there's something that really catches my eyes. But yeah, I did want to point that out, that there are parts that I didn't like. What is his name? I wish I could remember his name. I always forget. Is it Mike, maybe? I forget which one it is. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Might have been Mike she was talking about. I can't remember who she was talking about, but she was mentioning how he's not, like I was saying, like he's not fat like he used to, as fat as he used to be or something. Yeah, that kind of gets on my nerves. I don't like the way she says it. And then she's always about how ugly she is and how beautiful, what's her name, Rosalind is? Yeah, she's supposed to not be beautiful, but yet she has all these guys fighting over her. That kind of drives me nuts. But yeah, I have to say that I love Jasper a lot. And I really, really like, what's his name? The other one in the family. I like all the guys, it seems like. Even... right now they don't have much of Rosalind, or Rosalind, how do you say? Rosalind, is that right, Rosalind? Yeah, right now they don't have a lot of her, so I don't remember, like, I know I start liking her right now when they do have her. She's kind of, yeah. Yeah, but anyways, back to Edward. It just drives me crazy. Ooh, I just wish he would be one way and stay that way. But I know, like I said, I keep going back to it, and I'm going to say it again. I know it's the plot. They have to do that for the conflict. But I also don't understand why she wants to be a vampire so bad. Like, give it like, give Edward that chance. Maybe eventually, well, I know how the story goes, but I'm just saying, he might change his mind eventually, but which we know he does, of course, but when you keep bugging him like that, that's just nuts. Let him decide on his own if he feels like he wants to turn you. Like, I feel like she's kind of, like, selfish. She ain't thinking about, like, her dad. Like, if she gets turned into a vampire, her dad will never be able to see her and stuff, you know? She's just thinking about herself all the time, like, and I know that she loves Edward, and she wants to be with Edward, and she don't see what her life would be like without if she didn't have Edward in it, she don't want to live or something like that. But that's, yeah. And another thing, he was talking about committing suicide, and he was like, basically he was like, well, what would you feel if I was dead and it was up to you? She said, it's different. Huh? That's stupid. No, it's not different. Like, if you can't have it both ways, if you don't want him to kill himself, then you, like, if something were to happen to her, you can't have it. Well, you can't kill yourself, but if something happens to you, I can kill myself. Like, really? That's what I don't like about Bella. She just, But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go because this is a long ramble. But yeah, I'm probably going to wait a little bit longer before I update you, because I waited for almost 100 pages, so I think I'm going to try to do like 100 pages and then update you, and then another 100 pages and then update you, and so on until we're updated. But yeah, so I don't know if that will be today or if it'll be another day, but when I get to like between another 90 to 100 pages, then I will update you guys again. But I'll talk to you guys all later. Hi everybody, I was looking at the last clip, and for some reason I noticed that I didn't finish saying goodbye all the way. I must accidentally, I think what I did is I accidentally, I was trying to like click where the, excuse me, I was trying to like click where the, to edit it, and I think, where my fingers was showing there, and I think I took off the one part and where I was finishing to say goodbye earlier, so yeah. But since I'm on here to say, because that was rude of me, I didn't finish saying it, so yeah. But since I'm on here, I might as well show you. I did read, sorry, my face is itchy. I did read a little bit more in here. I'm not that far more. I think it was on like 90 or something like that when I talked to you guys last. 95, 96, I'm not sure, but now I'm on 158. Well, I just finished 158. So she's finally not being all, you know, like when Edward first left, she was like acting like it was the end of the world and everything. And then her dad was gonna send her back home, and then she didn't want that, of course, because if she's gone, then she's gonna forget all about Edward if she goes back home. But as long as she's there, she's gonna remember him and not think it was ever a dream or anything like that. I don't know if she said that in so many words, but that's what it kind of feels like to me. So first she decided, okay, I better start acting normal. So she went and wanted Jessica, I think that's the girl's name, to go and see a movie with her, because she don't want to get sent home, like I was saying. So yeah, so they went to see like a zombie movie, and she got all that, bells started getting all in her head and everything and whatnot, and they were on their way to Mickey D's, and yeah, she thought she saw those two guys that attacked her in Twilight, or tried to attack her, and Edward saved her. And stupid idiot was gonna go and check and see if it was really them. Like, what? Like, come on, girl. And I'm forgetting, didn't he get rid of those guys? I can't remember. I might be mistaken. It might have been another vampire book that I was thinking of, that they got rid of the guy, where they killed the ones that tried to attack the person. I think it was oh my gosh, what is it? I forget the name of it, but another vampire book that I was reading recently that I never finished. That one, I think something like that happened in that one, and I'm getting it confused. I think. I don't know. I've been reading vampire books lately, so I get like all the different plots are just like, okay, was it in this book? Was it in this book? But anyways, I know that the guys at least tried to attack her in the first book, and I know Edward did something to him, or they ran off. I can't remember. But anyways, so, and then she thought, I don't know if it's Edward or not. I can't remember if he's there, or if he was there checking up on her or something. I can't remember, but she thinks it was in her mind. I don't know if it was in her mind or not. I can't remember. But anyways, so yeah, that happened. And then she decides, because she made promises that she wouldn't do anything to endanger her life, and she would be good and all this stuff. And she was like, well, he already broke his promises to me, so, you know, blah, blah, blah. So she decides to get a motorcycle. And then the person she buys it from gave her 2 of them. He said you might as well take them both. So she decides that she's going to, because Jacob knows how to, you know, do cars and stuff like that. So she said she's going to see if Jacob can help her fix the motorcycle. So of course she's using Jacob again, just like in the first book. Yeah. And I know in other books Jacob isn't the same, but still, in this book, he's still a sweet little cinnamon roll, and he didn't deserve that. And yeah, But we'll talk about more about him in the third book when that starts happening. But right now, I love Jacob. Yeah, so, yeah. But, yeah, now I'm where she decided that she's going to talk to Jessica and Mike and them again. And I don't like that she uses all these people. Like, Bella uses a lot of people. She's very stingy and, what's that word? Not stingy, but really, what you call it? Like, she's really, I don't know the word that I'm trying to say, but she's really something, you know. I don't know what the word is, but you know, where she, it's all about her, you know, and she doesn't think about other people's feelings and what they're gonna feel, and it drives me nuts. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I just came on just to update you real quick and to say I'm sorry about that, how abruptly I ended that last clip. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys all later. Hi everybody. Let me see if I'm better in here. There we go. So it's Thursday. It's like 3 something, I believe. I'm not really sure. I think it's 3 something. But I read some more in New Moon. I am now on page 225. So, like, she's being like really reckless because she keeps hearing Edward's voice, like, tell her not to do this and not to do that. And he starts, like, the voice starts talking to her when she's on the motorcycle, and then she winds up hurting herself and having to get stitches, but she wants to keep doing, like, things that is reckless because she knows that the voice is going to be, you know, going to be talking to her, and she can hear his voice, you know. And I just don't, like, she seems like she has so much more fun with Jacob than she does Edward. Whenever she's with Edward, she just seems really down in the dumps and stuff like that. So I don't get, like, in this book at least, I don't get why her and Edward are a thing. I never read the last book, so I don't know, like, how I'm going to feel about them in the last book, if that makes sense. But right now I just don't get, and I know that Jacob later on is stupid and does some stupid things. But right now, I just like her and Jacob better. So, and then we get to the part where, basically the other thing that happened was, everybody started getting, first, Jacob was talking about, like, I forget what the guy's name is, Sam? Yeah, Sam. And how his friend, I don't know how you say his friend's name, but one of his friends, because he has 2 really close friends, and how one doesn't talk to him anymore and stuff. Like, he was gone for like a week, and then when he came back, he was, you know, like with Sam and only Sam, you know. And yeah, so of course, if you guys don't know, or of course, mostly everybody's probably read this series, but spoiler if you don't know, you know, Jacob is a werewolf. Well, he becomes a werewolf. He hasn't turned yet, but I think where I'm at now, he just turned, or he's getting ready to turn, because when everybody was getting sick with the flu, he was even sicker. And then they're talking about like a bear running around or something in the running loose and stuff like that, and to be careful and stuff. So yeah, it's like I said, it's been a long time since I read the series, and I never finished the last one, so yeah. But I think I'll do this like in 2 parts. I don't know like how long this one is. It's almost probably like 25 minutes probably. So I think I'll probably do like 35 minutes, and then or 40 at the most, and then start a part 2. But they'll go up at the same time. That way you don't have to, you know, wait forever for the second part. Of course, I'm still not sure when this is going live. well, part 1 will probably go live, and then a couple hours after I do part 1, then I'll do the other part. That way you don't have to worry about all of it. But yeah, so I still got a little bit to go. I'm not even quite halfway there. But I'm enjoying this one a lot more than the other ones. I know, I can't remember when Edward and them come back. I know they do, of course, but I don't remember when. And I don't remember, like, when Jacob, and when she finds out about Jacob and stuff like that. I don't remember if it's in this book or the other book. I know she knows about Jacob later, but I just don't remember when, so. But yeah, I'm enjoying it right now. So, yeah. I'm just so confused on how I feel because, you know, she's just using Jacob. But she did tell Jacob that she didn't want to be anything more than just friends with him. But it still feels like she's giving him mixed signals, which I don't like. But of course, what happens in the 3rd book, it doesn't give him the right to do how he was acting in the 3rd book. That's all I'm going to say in the subject on that, just in case you never read the 3rd book. But yeah, so that's what's going on. You guys, I got little Grayson in my lap. See? See? Say hi to everybody. That's my Grayson. Yep, he likes to sit in his mommy's lap and sleep. But I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll probably get a little bit further in here, do one more clip, and then get this one going. So, and then once I finish this one, then I'll know when. Once I finish the whole book, then I'll know about when I'm going to put it up. Probably I should be done with this in the next few days, and I'll probably put it up in a couple, like sometime next week. We shall see. But I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will update you one more time when I get a little bit further in. Maybe when Edward shows up again, or at least Alice, or whoever's gonna show up first. I don't know how. I don't remember how it happens, but I know that one of them shows up. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll talk to you guys in a little while. Hi everybody. I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I talked to you. I think the last time I talked to you was like Tuesday or Wednesday of last week. As you can see from the little thing there that it's Monday now. But I finally picked up New Moon again. I was just reading a few other books. And I finally picked this up today, so I thought I'd talk about it a little bit more. I can't remember where I was the last time, but now I'm on 342. Of course, there's going to be spoilers. So, of course, my mom went like, Jacob was talking to Bella about how, like, he's scared of, Sam and everything like that, and then, and then, of course, he turns into, a werewolf, Jacob. And then Bella thought that Sam was part of part of a cult. I think a cult, was it? I think it was a cult. And yeah, and that Jacob was in trouble. And then, of course, in the first book, Jacob was talking about, like, the legend between, like, the vampires and the werewolves and stuff like that. And then, so, he was acting like, like he didn't want to be friends with Bella and stuff. And then he came to her house, like, late at night and told her that story, and then she figured it out, of course, because he can't say anything because Sam is the pack leader, so if he swears them to silence or say that they can't do anything, then they can't, because he's the, he's the main guy. He's the head of the pack. So, they did that, and then, of course, Laurent came back, the vampire guy from the last book, And I guess Jacob and them killed him. Now, I forget her name, but the one girl is after her. Because Edward killed her mate. Victoria, I think her name is. Is it Victoria? Let me see. I think it's Victoria. I forgot to tab it, so I can't remember. I think it might be Jacob. I mean Victoria, but I'm not positive. But anyways, they went to tell Sam where they went to tell Sam that they knew why Victoria or whatever her name is trying to get back there. But there's an Emily. I'm trying to remember Emily because it's been a while since I've read this series. I'm going to see if I can find the name. I think it's Victoria, but I could be wrong. I can't find it. Trying to find it. But so far I'm liking Sam. I can't remember if Sam's bad or not, or what happens to Sam. I forget who's the bad characters in here sometimes. Yeah, Victoria. I know Victoria's bad. But I think, isn't the I forget how you say it. I can't remember if they're bad or what. But they're the ones that want Edward to turn Bella. The Voltron or something like that. I forget. I know it starts with the F. I mean a V.
Hey, Mom.
Hello. Sorry, you guys. Rowan always almost knocks it over.
Come back.
But anyways, I think it is, but I'm not sure. But it should. I'm almost to the part where Alice comes back, because I remember that scene. Well, I'll talk about it when it happens, but I remember the scene where Alice shows up, and I really like Alice, so yeah. But that's where I'm based. That's basically what's happened so far since the last time I talked to you, that I remember of what I haven't talked about. But yeah, I think this will be the end of part 1, and then I don't know when this will go up. Probably, like, if I can finish this book in the next, like, 2 to 3 days, then the vlog will probably go up next week sometime. So, yeah. But, yeah, I just wanted to give you an update, say sorry that I haven't updated you guys in a while, and I don't know if I'm going to read any more of this one tonight, because I need to start another book that I'm supposed to be done with by Sunday, because the live show's on Sunday, so, for another book, so yeah. So I'm going to put this down probably for the rest of the night. And then tomorrow I'll start the second half. If I'm in the mood to read it tomorrow, because that's why I kind of haven't been reading either this book, because I was more in the mood for other books, because I'm finally out of the reading slump. Hopefully, because I've read a lot of this today. I read like 3 or 4 chapters today, which is a lot for me. But yeah. I'm going to go back to reading another book, and if I read any more tomorrow, I will update. I'll start a new vlog and part 2 and update you, or I'll update you whenever I do start part 2. But I hope you guys are all having a great day, and yeah, the next month we will do Eclipse and Breaking Dawn, book diaries. But look at, there's some tabs. There's not a whole lot, but the second half is probably when I'll really tab it, because that's when a lot of the stuff starts to happen. Like I remember Edward being stupid, and I remember him thinking that Bella was dead. So I remember stuff like that. But yeah, so I will be back when I read more. I'm probably going to read at least 50 to 100 pages before I update you again. So before I start the next vlog. So I'll probably at least read, well, between 50 and 100 probably tomorrow or the next day. Probably when I get to between 4 and 450, I'll update you. But yeah, I'll talk to you whatever day I update you guys. Bye for now.